Hey guys, just a quick reminder that the video is to be finished by tomorrow, and it's almost midnight. We are in trouble.
What? It's almost midnight. What? It's almost midnight.
Yeah, okay. But what do we do? We are all over the place.
I think we should brainstorm ideas and vote for the best one.
Sounds good to me. Let's do it.
Let's do something about spaghetti bolognese. Let's go.
Let's do something about categorization.
Let's do some things about drinking onions.
A few moments later.
Wait, hold on. Let's focus on one thing at a time. How about we start deciding on the topic?
Okay, so what are our options?
Why don't we vote on the topic? This way, we can see which one has the most support.
I propose we use the single transferable vote system. It was first proposed in 1819 by Thomas Wright-Hill, an English mathematician. The system remained unused in public elections until 1855, when Carl André proposed the transferable vote system for elections in Denmark. It is now widely used in political elections and allows for proportional representation. Plus, it's relatively easy to understand. In this system, voters rank candidates in order of preference, and if a candidate meets a certain threshold, they are elected. Any extra votes beyond what's needed are redistributed to other candidates based on the voter's subsequent preferences. This process continues until all the seats are filled.
I disagree. It doesn't represent the minorities well.
I think we should go with the ranked choice voting. For example, we could try the Condorcet method. Such a method would reduce the impact of strategic voting. It would also ensure that the winner has majority support. In this system, voters rank candidates in order of preference, and if no candidate receives a majority of first choice votes, the candidate with the fewest votes is eliminated, and their votes are redistributed to the remaining candidates based on the voter's subsequent preference. This process continues until a candidate secures a majority.
The Condorcet criteria, named after the French mathematician Marquis de Condorcet, is a set of principles used to evaluate the effectiveness of voting systems. It makes sure the majority rules by prioritizing candidates who will defeat every other candidate in direct comparison, ensuring that strategic voting or vote splitting is prevented. When designing the voting systems, using mathematics to create an algorithm or a ballot structure is essential to accurately capture voter preferences. Various methods, such as the Schurz method or ranked pairs, have been proposed to handle comparison effectively. Also, educating voters is crucial to ensure understandings of how preferences translate into votes and how their voting systems is implemented, as they are core aspects of fairness and a democracy in a society. Unfortunately, these criteria had a major flaw, called the Condorcet paradox. This paradox shows that even though everyone prefers one option over another in a one-on-one comparison, when we consider the preferences of a whole group, we can end up with a cycle of preferences where A beats B, B beats C, and C beats A. This highlights the complexities of aggregating individual preferences into a clear overall choice, making it tricky to find the best option in some voting systems.
What about approval voting? The system is similar but easier to implement. It was made by Robert G. Weber in 1971. It was more fully published in 1978 by political scientist Stephen Brooms and mathematician Peter Fishburne. It's simple and intuitive. It has been tested several times during the presidential elections in France. Voters can select as many candidates as they want, and the candidate with the highest overall approval rating wins. In this system, voters give a thumbs up and thumbs down to each candidate, and the candidate with the most thumbs up votes wins.
Excuse me, what you're saying is unacceptable. It would allow strategic voting.
Another option could be the mixed member proportional representation system. This combines elements of both single member districts and proportional representation. Voters cast 2 votes, one for a specific candidate in their district and one for a political party. Seats are then allocated proportionally to parties based on the overall vote share, and additional seats are filled to ensure proportional representation. This system allows for a balance between local representation and overall proportionality, offering a more comprehensive approach to electoral representation.
Wait, guys, I think I have a better system. How about we consider board account voting?
It's a ranked voting system where voters assign a certain number of points to each candidate, with their top choice receiving the most points and their least favorite receiving the fewest. The candidate with the highest total points wins. This system ensures that voters' preferences are taken into account to a greater extent, as it considers the rankings rather than just the first choices. Let's explain how it works. For a number of candidates, C, we choose N inferior to C, and we give the voters a list of N names on which they will write their choice, from the most important to the least. The first voted name will be given N points, the second N-1, and so on. When N reaches 1, this becomes equivalent to the first past the post voting, and for very big N values, we have approximately the approval voting system.
Oh man, we are never going to finish this in time. Well, I guess that's it. Let's just do a listening and send it to the teacher.
But what do we do? We are all world!
Let's go. No. Well, catholic.
This combines elements of fuck.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's. I'm completely. I'm